Hi guys, so today's video is going to be my current favorites. I have a lot of things, but it was kind of hard to get things together because I feel like I'm a pretty consistent person. Like once I find something that I love, I'm like, good, I'm just gonna keep it that way. So I really dug through my mind of things that I haven't talked about on here that I want to share with you guys, but I also have some new things that I've been loving. So let me know what you think of this whole setup. I mean, I'm only gonna be at school for a few more weeks, so it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know, I just really hate the yellow walls. I don't know why, so I'm constantly trying to move my camera where you can't see the walls that much. So anyway, let me know what you think of this. I feel like it's a lot more cozy because I'm just chilling on my bed, you know? So I have been loving putting my hair back how it is now with a little bow in it. Like today, I've got this bow from Free People in it, and I've noticed I've been doing it a ton. Now let me tell you why. Here's my secret. If my hair is kind of greasy, I usually throw it up like this just because I feel like it hides the grease better. I don't know. So if you guys have watched my past few videos, I've been trying to go a lot more natural lately. Today's an exception because I had church and it's my one day where I get to dress up all nice and stuff. But I've just been trying to do no makeup usually, but if I do, it's minimal, maybe mascara. And I've really been trying to let my hair go natural. So this is not natural. It is, but it isn't. I blow dried this area because my natural hair is kind of wavy, and so it's the top is wavy, the bottom's not. Don't know what's going on with my hair here, but I think it's because this hair is kind of dead, so it just isn't as pretty as the hair up top that's growing in. My goal is to not use as much heat on my hair for the rest of this semester, just to let it grow and be healthy and look pretty. So I've been trying to do it a little bit, but anyway, so that was a long tangent for no reason. But I've been loving doing that. Actually, it's favorite, so there we go. But I have been loving all of these hair things. So I just grabbed a few different ones that were from different places so you guys can know where to get them from all different price ranges. So like I said, the one in my hair is from Free People. I got them on sale. I think I got it for 3 for $12. And then I have these. These are from Anthropologie. So I love Anthropologies because so it's got the little scrunch here, and these are a lot longer, but they're so flowy. So it flows with your hair, whereas something like this is not flowy, it's stiff. This I have it tied into a headband. This is from Madewell. I love Madewell's stuff. So this is great because you can use it as a neck scarf, headband, or you can tie it in the back of your hair. I think I've got a picture of myself with this in the back of my hair and it looks really cute. And then this particular one is from Vichy. And then this is from Forever 21. I am just trying to show you guys that you can get them from everywhere, and I've got a whole drawer of them. You can get them from all different price ranges. So if it's something that you want, you can find them affordably. And I will do my best to find some and link them down below from all different price ranges. Obviously, Forever 21 is going to be on the cheaper end, but it's not going to be as quality. So I do find with these, the more you pay, the more quality you get. Oh, and I'm sure people are going to ask, this is also from Free People. Okay, now let's do beauty. So one thing I've been loving that my roommates recommended to me, it is the Mario Badescu drying lotion. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. Badescu, I don't know. But this is what it looks like, and I don't know if you can see in the bottle, but it has clear stuff, and then at the bottom is the actual drying stuff. So you take a Q-tip and you put it down in it to where it hits the pink, and then you pull it out, and I think this white stuff's the sanitizing. I don't know, but don't shake the bottle when you get it, because that's what I thought you need to do. I was like, oh, why is it settled? And I shook it up. You're not supposed to do that. They informed me of that whenever I was checking out. Anyway, so I've been loving this. If you you know how you can kind of see whenever your skin is starting to rise and you can feel that a pimple is coming? If you stick this on there and let it sit there all night, it's gonna go away. It's literally a lifesaver. Okay, so now, guys, I'm so excited to share this with you. So I have been absolutely loving this new, I don't even want to call it a foundation. It's more of a tinted moisturizer, but it has coverage, which, I mean, I'm all for that. Super lightweight, but yet covers really well. This is the Roden & Fields Radiant Defense is what they call it. And I'm in the shade Beige too. So if you haven't heard of Roden & Fields, it's a really, really good, great skincare line. I also use their Lash Boost. So this is how my lashes are so long. I'll have both of these linked down below. So if you don't know what it is, it's like a seller type thing. So you have to go to somebody that sells the stuff. I'll have my lady linked down below. She's so awesome. And she said if you guys buy something and say, hey, I'm from Jaclyn, she'll give you a free gift, which is exciting. So let me just explain this foundation. I had her just like text me all the info so I can give you guys the details. Okay, so one big thing that like made me really want to use this is that it fights acne. So they have a really, really good like skincare routine for acne, and the results are incredible. Like, you probably have seen the results of people that use their skincare. So it really helps fight acne pretty much, and I always get nervous because I feel like my makeup just makes it worse, so this like fights against that, which I love. And it is designed for all skin types, and it has sunscreen in it, which is awesome, so it protects your face. Like, I feel like this is the time of the year in spring and summer where I still want coverage, but I want something light that also is protecting my skin, so this is perfect. I did ask her how much does it cost, and the retail is $66, but if you're a preferred customer, which just means like you're signed up with them, it's $60. So it does seem a bit pricey, but it does 3 things. It protects in 3 different ways. It protects against acne, it covers your skin, and it has like SPF, so it protects you from the sun. So it has a lot of qualities to it, and this bottle has lasted me a really long time. Like, I'm still going strong with it. So I'll let you guys know whenever I'm out like how long it takes, because this lasted me about a year, a little bit less than a year, but a long time. So it's definitely worth the money. I'll have both of these linked down below, and you can contact my seller if you want to buy it. And if you buy something, she'll give you a free gift if you said you came from me. So just letting you guys know, that was probably a lot of information, but I just wanted to tell you guys about it. So I love this. So this is the Secret Clinical Strength Invisible Solid. That's key. You want invisible solid, not anything else. And this one is the stress response. I usually just get like the powder smell. I don't know. But they were out and all they had was the stress response. So I was like, I'll get this. I've talked about this before on my channel, but I have major issues with sweating. And I feel like girls don't talk about this, so I want to talk about it, but it's like really bad. I'm actually going to the doctor for it because it's just getting worse, and I don't know if it's hormonal. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm constantly having to change my clothes, and it's like I literally drip down the side of my like body. I can feel it dripping, and it's just gross. I feel uncomfortable all the time. I'm like paranoid about it because it's gross. Like, I don't want somebody to see my armpits sweating. So shirts like this are really great because they're not like up in my shoulder, or my what is that, armpit. There we go. And yeah, so I find I sweat in other places that are just ugh. So I'm going to the doctor, hopefully can figure out what it is. I'm kind of hoping it's hormonal because I'm pretty sure they can fix that with medicine, but I'm not sure. I've looked into many different things and I don't know what my issue is, but it's getting really annoying. If you have slight issues with sweating, like, this will really help you. I still sweat a ton with it, okay, but I know like my issues are very extreme. But I've noticed if I do not wear this, like, I've used somebody else's deodorant before, and oh my gosh, it was like, you know, a flood coming out of here. So this definitely chills it out, so I would really recommend this deodorant. This next thing's really weird, but I'm just gonna talk about it. So it's underwear. Okay, this is getting really weird, so it's about to get really detailed. I prefer thongs. I love thongs. Like, they're just comfy to me. I always want to wear them. I don't even like to wear regular underwear. The only time I do is whenever I'm like either on my period or something, like sleeping, because you can't obviously put a pad on this. Love this underwear, and this specific kind is my absolute favorite. So these are from Target, and they're like spandexy material. It's just, these feel buttery and invisible, and I've had the ones, I'm actually wearing them right now, that are like seamless and super silky and soft, but I find that they move around. Like, these don't move, so whenever you're working out, like, they don't move, and it's absolutely great. I love it, and the material's really good. I find that it's just comfy. You don't feel them. As the silky ones, you would think you wouldn't feel them, but they move around, so it's like, because they're so silky, like, they just move, they don't cling to your skin. And so, yeah, I love these. They usually have them on sale, and I think I've got every color, and I'm gonna have to go get more because I feel like I do wash more often than I should because I only want to wear these. Just thought I'd throw out there my favorite underwear. Weird, I know. So this is why, once again, guys, you shouldn't be watching my videos. They're just not men videos. Definitely for girls. Okay, so next thing is a pair of shorts. So this is what they look like, and I work out pretty often, I would say, and I've really learned that there is some quality workout stuff out there, but of course it's expensive. And I do have to say, disclaimer, I know I have a lot of Lululemon stuff, but hear me out, I usually don't pay for it. And you're like, Jaclyn, how do you do that? Two ways. One, I've worked with them, which is like the coolest thing ever. I love Lululemon and I've worked with them twice. So obviously if you work with companies, usually they gift you stuff. So I've gotten stuff through that. Second was off of Dote. When people would use my code, which I disclaim this, like if you use my Jaclyn code, you get $5 off your first purchase and I get $5 on there. And they used to have Lululemon on there. For some reason it was taken off. So I would legit like buy stuff on there all the time because I was like, you know, this is free and I'm going to be spending my money on here. Because honestly, I'm not going to lie, $100 for a pair of leggings is ridiculous. I know. But once you have them, it's like you can't not get them anymore. Point being, I'm like ranting for no reason, is that these shorts are amazing. So these are the Lululemon, I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. But I get them, why do I have two fingers up and not one? But I get them in the like 4-inch length, I think it is. It's the longer one. Guys, this makes the biggest difference because I also, like, I feel really uncomfortable with my butts like almost hanging out of shorts, okay? Like, I don't know how girls don't. I don't know if they're just like super confident in their body. Like, not that I'm not, like I wouldn't say I'm super insecure. I would just say that whenever your body's hanging out, like there's no way you're not constantly thinking, what are people thinking about my body? Like there's just no way. So I like to make things longer, just one for myself and two for people around me. So my camera stopped recording because it ran out of space, which is probably the most annoying thing. I just am really bad about clearing my memory cards after using like all the footage and putting it on my hard drive. I just don't clear it. So anyway, I think I was talking about the shorts and how much I love the length of these. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I'm sure I talked about them enough, but it's a good length. I'll have them linked down below. I also have a black pair, which I wear more often. So I'm going to go into this book that I've been loving. So some of you may know if you've watched my vlogs, I've slightly mentioned that I have a mentor and it has been the best thing for me. I can't even explain. So we have been going through the Welcome to Adulting book together and we finished it. And guys, if you are anywhere, I would say 17 if you're really mature, maybe even 16 if you're really mature in your faith, but like this book, guys, I can't even explain how much it has helped me. So I would say senior year of high school is probably a really good time to read this towards the end whenever you're going into college. I think it would be really, really beneficial to you. So it just talks about like what your purpose is, dealing with authority, work, money, community, conflict, dating, which is like half the book, thank goodness. Worry, which that chapter, it hit me hard. And then just like recovery and just so many things. Every person, whether you're new to your faith, whether you don't even have a faith, I would say still read this. It has a lot of just like facts that are really helpful in life and just how to manage your life well. So anyway, it's all about adulting. But to go into another thing I've been loving, this is really random, but I've been loving sticky notes. Like I don't know how I've lived a life without sticky notes because now they're literally everything. I'm not really good. I'm not a huge like task-oriented person. Like I write a to-do list, but half the time I cross off one thing and other things don't get done because I get distracted. But it's still good for me to have them. Sometimes I just need to do it. So like right now, this was my to-do list about 4 days ago and I didn't finish it all in that day, which I typically don't, but it's still nice to attempt to do it. But one thing that I have been loving is every day I write prayer requests down in there and then I stick it on like whatever I was reading about that day or whatever, and I really love it. It's just been good. It's kind of pleasing. It looks really nice. Anyway, so I've been loving sticky notes. Super random. So more about my quiet time. I have been reading through Matthew currently, and I feel like now in my quiet time I'm more focusing on learning. Like I'm really bad at retaining knowledge. I'm just not a very smart, like if you were to say, how would you describe Jaclyn? Smart would not be the first thing to come up. I'm not stupid. Like I can figure out a way to do things, but my ability to retain information in my brain is not good. Like, you know, stuff that's like factual stuff. So Anyway, I've really been trying to dig more into remembering like where things are in the Bible. Like I know they're in the Bible and I can recall that, but I can't say, oh yeah, it's in Matthew chapter 18, you know, like, and I want to grow that. So in order to do that, I've been taking notes in my notebook about things that I want to remember. And I've been reading not only from my regular Bible, which is over there, and I don't feel like going to get it, but I've got my regular Bible. And then I've got this dude. I just hit myself in the face. That hurt. He's really heavy. And both versions are ESV, but this is a study Bible. So if you don't know what a study Bible is, I'll just show you. So it has the scripture up top, and then underneath it explains it. It's like the Bible for dummies. It's great. And so while I've been reading in my normal Bible, I have this open to the same passage, and I read all the commentary on it. And it's great. I mean, like it grows your information more. Like it will take you back to older passages and how they tie together. You need to do it. It's really cool if you want to grow like your understanding more. I think it's really beneficial. Okay, so now into non-tangible favorites. I just saw a grade was put in. Okay, I've been loving the Old Hillsong, okay? Like, throw it back to when I was, like, in middle school, I would say, and I love it. So, I made a new playlist. If you guys have Apple Music, you can listen to it. I always say that because I'm always looking for new music, and I know that you guys are always looking for new music. So, just made a brand new playlist. It's called Spring. I'm just getting in the springy mood, if you can't tell with my flowers. I will put my, like, Apple Music on the screen, and I just have a lot from like their really old albums, but they're so good. Like the songs are so good. And I also have a ton of new songs, don't worry, but I would say most of the songs on this album are just songs of like real worship, not like, oh God, like how you love me. It's more like, oh God, how broken I am and you still love me. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's more of like, the songs are very humbling, I guess is a good way to put it. And it's a ton of Will Reagan, The United Pursuit, and a ton of, like I said, Hillsong, and a ton of House Fires. Guys, Will Reagan, The United Pursuit, and House Fires have been like so good for me recently. They're just super chill, windows down, you're just like worshiping Jesus. It's so good. You guys are probably like, Jaclyn, what about like non-Christian music? We're not Christians. I have a good vibes playlist that like is pretty chill, but honestly guys, recently I've just been really into worship music. Like, it just feeds my soul, and it's pretty much all I listen to, so I don't want to lie and be like, oh, this is really good. Okay, this is the last thing. I feel like I've been filming for like 5 years. Future Jaclyn is gonna love editing this. So, I have been loving, so it's by the Village Church. So I always get churches' apps. I find that is the easiest way to navigate finding like sermons. So if you don't know what the Village Church is, it's a church in Dallas, and Matt Chandler, who I'm sure you've heard of, and if you haven't, you've probably seen his face. He's the pastor of. Like, I have mad respect for that man. He is so good. He's so real. He lays it down and he tells you stuff you don't want to hear, but as believers, like, that's what we should be getting from church, is stuff we don't want to hear. Okay, so this is what the app, why am I getting closer? This is what the app looks like. Looks like that. It's free in the App Store. I just get it because it's so easy to navigate sermons. So you're going to go all the way down, and a sermon that has really been good for me to hear is A Beautiful Design. And I think I'm just going to make a video all about this, like about what I've been struggling with lately, and I really want to open up because I feel like a lot of girls struggle with this, and I just want to be really real with you guys. So this is a sermon that really helped me kind of like get through that and realize like this is how God has made me and he loves me that way. This whole series is called A Beautiful Design, and there's 10 sermons on it, which is a lot. It's a long series, but I listened to it in literally like 4 days. It was like one after another. But it just talks about like what is a man's purpose in this world and what is a woman's purpose in this world, and how they have been misrepresented by society, about how like society either sees that men are so crushing to women, which is not God's design, and I think a lot of people think that's what the Bible says, and it's not. Or even women trying to crush men with this whole feminism movement. Like, there needs to be balance in both of those scenarios. So it just does a really good job of just like talking about it and just talking about like what's biblical here. Like, what does the Bible call us to be? And I think it'll be really helpful in dating and in marriage, just understanding like what's your place here? How do you aid one another? How does the other one work? Anyway, ranting, but it's really good. I love Matt Chandler. And another thing that I've been doing is on YouTube, some videos that I've been loving is, let me find it. I've been watching a ton of videos on John Piper and just like what he has to say about things, and it's been really healthy for me. Because the more I've grown in my faith, the more I love theology and growing in my theology. Not because I love knowing knowledge. Like I told you guys, I'm really bad at like remembering things, but just because I think it's important to understand, what do I believe? I think it's so important. So I love like listening to the Desiring God, like asking Pastor John things. So I would really recommend that. I'll link some really good ones down below, but it just answers questions like, you ready? Like, these are hard. Can a born-again Christian lose salvation? I've been looking into a lot of like Calvinism and Arminianism. Should I date a godly girl if I do not find them attractive? How far is too far before marriage? Just so many good things. I'll have a ton linked down below, but I've really been loving watching all of those. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this stuff was super random. I feel like I've been rambling on and on. I'm so sorry if I have been. But I feel like these kinds of videos where I just talk is like you getting to know me. So this is how I am in real life. I ramble a lot. So anyway, hope you guys love this video. I'll have everything linked down below as always, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.